Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is our first head-to-head of the 2021 season to be.
Wraparound season drivers,
The
we'll call them.
wraparound season.
They have the advantage of being first.
That's it. The first ones we have the opportunity that we know are going to run all the way through. We know Callaway, TaylorMade, Ping. Who else is coming out with some new stuff? Mizuno are coming out with some new stuff that will be in our bracket for next year. So the three that we have to test, that we have in hand in store today, TSI, we're going to use RADSPEED, and we're going to use ZX7, which you had great results last week when we were down at the Mississauga location.
It was extremely good.
All three have came out the blocks hot.
They have, yeah.
Really
they've
hot.
all been a drastic. They've all been a significant improvement over last year's models in each company respectively. I think all three of them are improved in stability. That's the noticeable thing between all of them. I think all of those are way more forgiving than their previous models. I'm expecting the ball speed race between the three to be pretty close. And then we'll just have to see who kind of matches up with dispersion and spin patterns and stuff like that, and give people some idea. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's demo season, but it's pre-Christmas. These are brand new and they're gonna be available pretty much. So I think people may make some buying decisions, so at least let's give them some idea of where to go.
The companies are jockeying for position, and I can see why these three companies have done what they've done, because you get in the way of the other three juggernauts. And you know, not to say Titleist, they are a juggernaut, of course, but you get in amongst the marketing play from the big two, Callaway and TaylorMade. We know they go hard at that. We know the amount of money they spend towards that. So you don't want to get lost in the conversation.
Smart. I think their release cycles, I'm kind of surprised, to be honest, we haven't had Mizuno in hand, because I kind of think Mizuno would benefit from the same opposite
100%
cycle. Because you're right, January is going to be a Callaway and TaylorMade month, and the buzz will all be there, and these guys will have established themselves by then. To be honest, we'll be comparing TaylorMade and Callaway to these drivers.
It will be.
Which is usually the opposite kind of thing.
These three will have established themselves in their position of which one's quick, which one's stable, which one looks and feels really good. Ping obviously has earned the right to be in the conversation for the best driver every year, because it has gotten quicker. It's always been the most stable driver of the year. So when you start talking about those three, they may separate themselves a little bit in the conversation of people's perception when it comes to what's the best. So I love that we're getting a little head start on the testing season. These three are doing their own separate test as the ones pre-Christmas, then post-Christmas. We'll look at the other ones and then we'll blend them all in, and we'll get going. Bracket 2021.
So for today, you've got a nice little impartial system. To
so
see what order we go in.
It sometimes makes a difference who goes up first. So we're going to do a random draw.
Love it.
Each driver has been given a number, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. You
call out a number. That will be the driver that goes first.
Okay. I will call out. Let's go 2. Driver number 2.
Srixon.
Okay. Srixon. You were the lucky one.
Okay. And then next.
3.
It's going to be Cobra, Kai.
Titleist last.
Titleist.
Get a better idea of the sound today, because I'm more familiar with the
More
acoustics.
familiar with in here.
You made a good point in Mississauga. Well, that flew awfully nice.
That was an absolute beauty. It's good.
That's nice.
Lovely drive. Good first round.
Yes.
All three performed well. Srixon probably had the disadvantage of being first up, so the speed was a little bit less, but the efficiency wasn't less.
True.
So we're going to try and see if we can make up the difference a little bit here. I think the launch conditions were the best on ZX7.
They seem to be so
12
far.
launch, 2200, magic numbers for us. We love that. TSI was awesome as it always is, really quick.
It felt quick and easy, like it just felt very straight down the middle.
Very, very easy to hit, you mentioned that.
And then the rad felt good, it just felt like it was going to produce the longest drives. Like it felt like it would produce the bomb flight with a low spin on it and lots of speed.
Okay, well,
we'll
let's
see how the next round goes.
Round 2 here.
Ooh. That's a good looking flight. That's the best Srixon one.
That's nice. That's my favorite flight with the Srixon.
It's friendlier high in the face than most other drivers, which I really like. It's a positive. It's a good looking ball.
That's hot.
It's definitely got a hot ball flight. This thing knocks the ball flight lower. It's a better strike.
This is good. Awfully, awfully good.
It's going to have a lot of carry. That's a good one. It's lovely.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice.
So good.
Thing of beauty. All right, Matty boy. Yeah, very interesting. Three really great performing drives. I mean, to be truthful, you couldn't really say there was any bad ones amongst them. I mean,
no, not even close.
325, 325, 331. I mean, take what you want to take from the findings.
True.
Here is a bomber with kind of freaky launch conditions.
Yeah.
I just thought the Srixon looked so playable for you.
It probably had, if not tied for, or maybe the most friendly looking, very autopilot type flight. Both the Titleist and that had it. Srixon was just hard to argue with. Launch angle was nice, easy to get up there. Spin rate was always above 2,000. I don't think it ducked out of the air once.
Yeah. And then you really kind of just found your home with the TSI, just a little bit quicker. Albeit the launch was a little bit down, 1.3 less than the Srixon. Spin was just about 100 more.
Yeah.
I mean, if you shake out between those two, if we say that those two are sort of 1 and 2,
just near identical.
I mean, would you give it to the Srixon because it's tighter dispersion and it was so easy to hit? I mean,
There'd
over
be an
the ball
argument
speed.
to be. It will not be the last time I test that Srixon, that's for sure. We'll keep testing that. I think it's going to be in the conversation right through the bracket this year, no doubt.
No, I thought that was good. I thought that was very, very good.
All three drivers showed subtly different tendencies for different players. However, all three of them are no doubt as good as anything we've seen to this point in terms of technology.
And these are launch conditions that we know are on course, trying to play the game and balance.
Stock numbers.
Yeah, not trying to hit it 350 in the air.
No, those are more for fun, and this is exactly how I would play golf on the course.
If we had to, I mean, can we pick a winner?
Not really, because it's a fitting thing, I think. I mean, the high spin player, the Rad is going to be great. The Srixon, I think, might be good for a whole bunch of people, but maybe not the super high ball hitter. But that being said, in the lower loft, we hit some knuckleballs with the other day.
I know.
I think it would be tough to pick a winner. The conclusion I would make is all three of them are, within a degree or two of each other, and pick the one based on your fitting.
I think it's for you guys to decide who's the winner. What do you like? What do you want? I don't think the numbers lead you to anyone really being definitively better than anyone else. It's going to be what do you like.
Agree.
There's going to be people who look at that and go, yeah, I need to shave 300, 400 RPM to spin off my drive. I'm going to go with the Cobra. The Srixon, they'll look at it going, I love the shape of it. I quite fancy giving something that feels really easy to hit and get it in play and still have great numbers.
And by the way, it looks extremely good.
Yeah.
Traditional for a driver that's that forgiving and easy to hit. It looks very, very traditional.
Yeah, and that fitting sleeve that they've got is really quite good. So, you can turn that down to 7.5. You can turn it up to 11.5. It's a lot of movement in there. You can go a little bit flatter should you need to. So, which we will be doing in our test. We're going to be kind of taking Matty through the tour treatment with changing the kind of the weighting and maybe putting a little bit more head weight in there, and maybe we go 2 4s and then we put the weight somewhere else. Who knows what we do? Yeah. We're gonna have 3 or 4 different drivers to try and max out performance for you with this ZX7.
And I think we'll continue seeing it up there with everyone and inching even closer.
Yeah. Fun test, because if we can nudge up that ball speed just a fraction to kind of keep in line with those perfect launch conditions, I do have to say that.
They are perfect.
Those are perfect launch conditions. Then we're going to have a heck of a driver in our hands.
Definitely. I think that was most of the point of today's test, was to say, can Srixon keep up with these two drivers that we know are the fastest?
I think that's fair. I think that probably was what this was all about.
And the answer is yeah, it seems like it definitely can.
Yeah. Okay, guys, stay tuned for more. This is our first look into 2021, into the lineup. Obviously, we've seen some really great performance. We've done some different testing with some of these other ones. This is a kind of great start to the new season.
Definitely.
We've got 3 or 4 more drivers coming that we should all be really excited about as well. So, nothing but good things to come, and we'll start adding to the kind of selection of shots that we've got in our database.
Definitely. Countdown to the bracket begins. We're like to the bracket. 50, 60 days away.
I know. Not long at all. Won't be fresh into the new year.
Little preview here. This is the preview.
This is the preview. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you a little look at what's to come in 2021. Start to shape some of the ideas for who's the favourites. Great performance for all 3. Loved how the Titleist continues to be the hottest driver we've tested in quite some time. Sean in that department again there, very well balanced.
Very fast.
So
and still sounds and feels. Yeah. It is the best sounding and feeling driver still. I have to maintain that.
Agreed. And I think that's why we're seeing so many neutral players who are non-contracted on the PGA Tour gravitating towards that.
I can totally see why.
Okay, guys, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.